Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scrambled. Today we have Gary, who is a former vascular surgeon and learned how to solve Rubik's Cube from his grandson, Tommy. Um, Gary, thank you for taking the time and joining me today.
Happy to do that.
So, my very first question for you is what is your first memory of the Rubik's Cube? And then when did you learn to solve it?
My first memory is probably when Tommy, our grandson, who we live next to, uh, started, and I asked him the other day. So it was December 2021 when he was 11 years old. On Christmas break, he just got interested and taught himself how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And then over the next few months, I'd say he got me interested and he recommended that I watch J Perm
Yeah.
videos on beginners how to solve Rubik's Cube. So I watched them over and over, took notes, and if I had questions, I could get Tommy to come over from next door and show me the easy way. But Tommy would usually grab the cube and then he would solve it himself real fast. He'd
That's
say,
funny.
here, this is how you do it. Well, then I go back to J Perm.
Yeah. So I actually saw Tommy at a competition a couple of weeks ago with who I think was his dad. Um,
Yes.
so I'm just curious, have you ever came with them to a competition?
Yeah, we went to his first one, which was here locally.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, I've been to a couple, but the out of town ones, his dad takes him.
Okay, yeah. So, how long do you take to solve a cube usually?
That's embarrassing.
No, that's okay. I'm just curious.
I'm not a speed cuber. I'm
Okay.
not a member of World Cubing Association like you guys. So it only takes me 2 minutes. But I've asked Tommy. The reason I only got down to like 2 minutes is my fault because I have a lot of other things to do.
Oh yeah.
It seems there's not enough, even in retirement, there's not enough time in the day.
Wow.
So I admire you guys who, and especially I've heard that you're the Missouri State
Oh
champion
yeah.
for the three by
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I admire and respect you guys that can do it so fast. So I have asked Tommy to what I need to do to speed up a little bit. And so he was
Okay.
trying to get me to look at videos for first two layer solve at once. I've looked at them a couple different times, but I'm just happy to be able to solve a cube.
That's good. Yeah. So, I think you've heard of Cubes for a Cure, which is the kind of initiative that I founded, and Tommy has volunteered under it a couple times, and you were able to be present in one of them. So,
Yes.
I was just curious, have you noticed any benefits of just gatherings of people just solving Rubik's cubes, even with your shorter experience compared to younger speed cubers in terms of your time with Rubik's cube?
Uh, I was surprised how big the group is that
Okay.
competes,
Yeah.
and it's very competitive, I see.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. Like I said earlier, I just admire those that can do it. I think you guys have a special thing in your brain going on, and your
Yeah.
fingers are good. I got arthritic fingers now.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so it was enjoyable to watch
Yeah.
Tommy compete.
Yeah. So I know you were a former vascular surgeon. So I'm just curious. Obviously, I think when you were practicing, you probably weren't solving Rubik's cubes. But looking back, do you think that Rubik's cubes may have helped you with your hands or any sort of, is there any sort of relationship between that or not?
Uh, yeah, I took up Rubik's Cube after retiring,
Right.
so it didn't help me in the operating room.
Right.
It keeps my fingers limber now, even though I have some osteoarthritis developing. But I think it's good for the mind too. If somebody can um, follow videos or whatever and learn to do it, I think it's a good thing. I try to do a solve every day if I can get somebody to scramble it. I don't like to scramble myself.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So I'm just curious. So when you solve Rubik's cubes, a lot of the algorithms and techniques are muscle memory, especially for speed cubers. But even at your level, you've probably started to understand that concept. So I'm just curious, in surgery, is there any element of muscle memory in terms of the techniques that you use, or is it kind of a little more different for every single scenario?
Yeah, I think you have to be flexible. That'll be different for different scenarios. But yeah, I learned to develop finesse and precision. Those were the things that I think your hands, yeah, when you're making an incision on somebody's body, um, probably the muscle memory part of it is you know when to be careful and when you
Okay.
can move a little faster, things like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see. So, have you ever impressed anyone by solving a cube? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think a lot of people your age are solving Rubik's cubes these days, and I'm trying to change that. But I'm just curious if you've ever impressed anyone by
Yeah, the rest of my family, I think.
okay, yeah, that's good.
Um, or people walk by and we visit our dogs meet and um, talking to different people and talk to people that were able to maybe at one time. I guess the person I have in mind, he was maybe now in his 40s or 50. He said he used to be able to solve a cube, but maybe he can't now. So
Uh,
that's why I try to do it every day. I don't want
yeah,
to lose that. I think it's rewarding to be able to solve.
yeah, yeah,
But I'll also say, so I don't forget this saying, that I would tell people that if I can do it at my age, anybody could do it.
yeah. That's true.
It just takes time. Just takes time to learn it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I heard you mention something about reward. So one of the things that I like to emphasize about the benefits of the cube is that it has healthier reward processing. Where these days, I think a lot of kids, especially my age and even younger, maybe around Tommy's age, a lot of the media they consume and a lot of their entertainment comes from online, like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, that kind of stuff. And I'm just curious, what is your opinion on maybe the value of a Rubik's Cube in teaching you to develop healthier reward processing?
Yeah, if you can give up looking at nonsense stuff on your phone or iPad and do something useful like this, there's no question that and for older people, they lose their mentation abilities, dementia can
Right.
set in and things like that. But
Yeah.
I think this is a good stimulus to keep your mind active and,
Yeah.
and challenged.
Yeah. So speaking of challenge, was there any particular part of learning to solve the cube that was the most challenging that maybe you almost quit, but you eventually overcame?
Um, I don't know specifically, just little by little as I got the first
Okay.
layer and then moved on to the next.
That's
And
good.
then I think most people that start will have trouble, but to have somebody to talk to and ask,
Yeah.
it's very helpful. Tommy was great help for me.
That's good. Yeah. So, where do you see the Rubik's Cube for you in the next couple years? Where do you see yourself continuing to solve it every day, maybe even getting faster, trying out new cubes? What's kind of the future of cubes for you?
Um, yeah, I don't want to lose the ability to do it,
Okay.
to solve a cube. Um, how much time I'll put in trying to get faster, I don't know. Tommy got me a good cube,
That's okay. Yeah, yeah, nice.
speed cube.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Uh, the first one I had wasn't so good, but I try to think about and analyze things. So
Yeah.
somewhere along the last couple of years, I said to Tommy, it'd be nice if you could do this at night, so uh, in the dark or something like that. And then he got me a cube that would cut the colors would come out. It was black and the colors
Oh,
would come out by the heat of the hands. And then more recently, he showed me a cube he got that uh, does light up, so you
yeah.
can uh, see it at night. And then I had another idea. Uh, I bet a computer could solve this. And now there's a computer. You put your cube in it, scrambled, and the computer can solve it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually new AI technology being developed at University of Michigan where it's something called Rubicon, but you can just set up like a phone or a camera to watch you solving the cube, and then what it does is it tracks the pieces, and then it's been trained to essentially give you feedback on
Hmm.
how you're performing on different steps and teaching you kind of how to solve the cube. And they've only done it for the first layer so far, but I'm curious where technology can go in terms
Yeah,
of.
I'd be interested in watching that or looking into that.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I was actually interviewing one of the people working on that. And right now the project is kind of at a standstill because it was a PhD project. So afterwards, I think that everyone kind of went their own way with the projects. But I was trying to tell them that it would be very useful for the speed cubing community.
Maybe you could carry that.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah. Um, Gary, thank you for joining me today for the interview. I think it's very insightful and it's very interesting to hear from different perspectives, such as yours. And everyone, if you like this video, be sure to leave a comment, share it with a fellow cuber, and subscribe.
All right. My pleasure. Carry on the good work.
Thank you.